Hello and welcome to Catalyze Music Academy. My name is Zaak Kerstetter, and today I want to dive into yet another brand new feature in Ableton Live 11, which is the Spectral Time. The Spectral Time is one of two new audio effects in Live that has to do with spectral processing, which is a very interesting way to approach processing by basically taking all of your harmonics and separating them out and processing them all, which is a little confusing. It takes a little bit longer to wrap your head around these effects than some of the other more straightforward effects in Live. However, if you're into making really weird abstract noises, ambient soundscapes, really experimental kind of stuff, you're gonna love these effects. They're both really cool, and I want to take a look first at the Spectral Time and show you a little bit about what it is and how you can use it in your songs. So let's check it out. So to start off, before we listen to anything else, we're gonna be using this vocal sample. Sounds like that. As our main kind of example, although I also have a drum beat and some percussion we'll also toss in here in a little bit. So the Spectral Time is really kind of two effects in one. It has a spectral freeze and a spectral delay. And they're both separate. You can use them one at a time or both of them together. The freezer, to me, is really kind of like a take on the beat repeat, but in the beat repeat, when I hit the repeat button, you can hear it actually just taking a little bit of loop and just kind of looping it. The freeze basically does the same kind of thing, except for instead of looping it, it's just going to stretch it forever. So it's like a totally different way to approach a very similar thing where you're taking a little bit of sound and just extending it out for a really long period of time. So with the freeze control, I'm going to hit the freeze button and that's going to turn it on or off when I'm in the manual mode. So here it is, and I'm going to hit the freeze button. Just like that. And we'll try it again, and I'm gonna turn the dry wet up even more so you can hear it even better. So it just creates this kind of pad sound. Like that, and you can see all the different frequencies here. Low frequencies down here, high frequencies are up here. We can also change our resolution, which is very much going to change how this sounds. And you get these cool atmospheric pad sounds with this by just running anything through it if you want to. However, if you don't want to manually trigger this, you can have it automatically triggered either with onsets or a sync. In onsets, it's going to be triggered by the volume of the incoming signal. So if there's transients coming in, it will reset the freeze. So we'll listen to this with the sensitivity of 50%. You can hear each time there's a new transient coming in, it resets it. Right now it's not super sensitive. If I turn this down, it will be less sensitive, so it needs more clear transients to turn it on. Or if I turn it up, it'll reset more often. So you can hear it resetting with each transient. Which again is really cool for making these kind of cool, weird atmospheric sounds. Like that. Very kind of trippy and out there. We also have a crossfade, which can either be in this mode or this mode. And we can just... If we turn this up, we get almost these kind of reverse sounding things out of it. Or more choppy as I turn this down. Or I can do a fade in and fade out. So I can make them really long. Or really choppy if I turn this down. I can also have this be in time, so either milliseconds or sync to the grid. So if I set this to 1/8 notes, and you can use this to make really interesting kind of weird glitchy sounds. Very atmospheric sounds. Let's go ahead and toss some drums in here just to see how this sounds with drums also. So really crazy, really weird, really out there. I love it. It's gonna be a lot of fun to play around with. So that's the freezer control, which I said it's kind of like a beat repeat, but instead of looping it, it just stretches it and you can choose how often it resets. The other side of the Spectral Time is the delay. This is gonna be a lot of your kind of standard delay settings. To me, it's kind of similar to the granular delay or the grain delay. which gives you your basic delay settings plus a bunch of weird like pitch and granular controls. Similar idea where we can start stretching our delays and pitching them and doing different things with it. So a lot of these same basic controls you'll see on a lot of delays out there, things like time, which can either be synced or unsynced, feedback controls, dry wet, stereo controls. These are all kind of like pretty standard delay controls. So let's hear what this sounds just by itself with just that vocal part. Just sounds like a delay. But if we go ahead and take a look at the shift control, this is going to pitch it up or down in hertz. Like that. Let's go ahead and, there's also a separate dry wet control here that's different than this dry wet control. Let's turn this up even more. Or we can turn it down. So it's a delay with a frequency shifter. And then down here, these three controls are really interesting: tilt, spray, and mask. Tilt, as you turn this up, it's going to make the delays on higher frequencies longer. And as you turn it down, it's going to make the delays on lower frequencies longer. So which is very much going to affect your sound. You can see this weird pitch motion. You hear it going down as you turn it down. We'll hear this even more on the drums because there's a bit more clear transients. So you can hear it turning up. You can actually see the frequencies going down as you turn it down. On top of that, we have spray. This is going to randomize the timing. So instead of seeing those lines kind of going up and down as you change your tilt, it's going to be a little bit more fuzzy. So you can see it randomizing as it's going up. There's more of a straight line there. And then we have masking. So as we turn this up, both the tilt and the spray are going to be more emphasized on higher frequencies, and as you turn it down, both the tilt and spray will be more emphasized on lower frequencies. And you can use this to get some like very interesting kind of weird sounds. Let's add some percussion here and the vocals. And let's try turning the resolution down. These, like I said, will very much change your sound. And then if we toss the freezer back in the mix between the two of these, you get these very abstract noises where there are pads, or you can do all kinds of interesting stuff with it. You can make things quick and choppy. Get really surreal soundscapes. Or more kind of glitchy sounds. A lot of fun, really strange things you can do with it. Except not great if you're going for very straightforward run-of-the-mill kind of sounds, but if you're looking to get abstract, if you're looking to get experimental, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. I've been using it quite a bit just to experiment with. Not always the most predictable. It's, like I said, it kind of reminds me of the grain delay, where if you're looking to make something predictable and safe, this is not your effect. But if you want to make something that's really out there that you can just resample and turn into a pad sound, some atmospheric sound, some just weird sound design, definitely check out both the Spectral Time and the Spectral Resonator. So that is it for the Spectral Time. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have new videos coming out every Monday and Thursday for the foreseeable future. So if you're interested in learning more about Ableton Live 11 as well as other music production related topics, please check it out, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.